Sure.
I remember speaking to Channel O when Channel O was like very huge at that time. And I said, why are you guys not hosting the awards here in Ghana? And they said it straight to my face. There is nothing going on in your country. Right? There is nothing happening in your country. That's interesting enough for our PR perspective. For people to feel like, oh, Ghana, that's where we are going. At that point, there was nothing happening. And I came back, I'm like, okay, so what are we doing? How can we do stuff together? Let's put things aside. Trust me, with the pride that people talk about, the artists are this, it's Western Nigeria. But we have people who can put that aside and bring them together. If you wanted to wait for Wizkid, Burna Boy, and Davido to be under one roof, it was never going to happen in our lifetime. This is artists. Creative people is different. We are in our own boxes. But when Sewame here becomes the leader, and now create a relationship with Shatawale, Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, it's a phone call. Shatawale cheno ho ba me tuma manage. Sarkodie me friend of ba me ndua me ya menyano. Then you get all of us together. You put us on one of the biggest stage. If we do this in London, you can imagine what will happen.
So, you know, and I'm interested in this one because every time a Nigerian has sold out at the O2, for instance, this conversation comes up. Which Ghanaian artists can sell out the O2? And I have maintained the position that the three of you, you know, can do it easily. Are you now saying that it's just, you're ready to do it, but it's just a matter of someone putting all three of you together, I mean yourself, Stonebwoy, Shatawale, to make it happen? Are you ready to do it?
I'm not even saying me. We have always been ready. So let me just say this. You see what you just said about Nigerian artists selling this and selling that?
Yeah.
Don't skip history. Before that happened, they were all put under one roof. Even me, part of it, Shatta, part of it, Stone, part of it, Tanzania, Diamond, part of it. When they got the data, that is where you started seeing them using the data for one. So they didn't start Wizkid show. They didn't start Burna Boy show, not Davido show. It was One Africa concert. It was Unplugged. It was all these festivals that they were doing. And then they were able to gather Africans and people in the diaspora under one roof. Nobody was able to do those numbers. But when they came together as an ecosystem, they created that. And that's the format that they are using for individuals. So if you are thinking you're waiting for Sarkodie to go and gather all the Ghanaians in London at once, I'm not saying I'm not a good artist, but this is business.
Right.
So we need that ecosystem around the whole industry. And when we do that, Young Fan say, you deal with me and Shatta and Stonebwoy's BS for just that moment. After that, guess what happened? When they got the numbers, are they calling us to come and join again?
No.
When was the last time that you've seen that priority with Nigerians? We could do the same thing.
Right.
If Mr. Beku says he's bringing Shatawale, Stone, Sarkodie to London, and then Wizkid as a surprise guest, of course you're getting the numbers, but it's still a Ghana initiative. So until we get to do that, we can't complain.
So let me understand this. Why isn't that happening? You haven't gotten anybody to invest?
So let me give you a format of what happened in Nigeria. There's a guy called Oga Polo who did the One Africa concert.
Yeah.
So Polo deals with all of us. He will pamper you like a baby if you know Polo. Oga Kinsak now. So
you want to be pampered?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there is a lot that goes into it. It's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a leader knows how to deal with that.
Right.
Because they know what they want. It's beyond you. It's beyond Shatawale. It's bigger than even he himself. It's for the whole ecosystem. Now Polo is not active, but Polo, let me give it up to our Ghanaian brother, DJ Brantier. All these people played a major role to where Afrobeat is today. So some people had to take the chance. We could be lucky that maybe ourselves, myself and Shatawale are in talks already. Hopefully we can round up what we want to do. Sometimes we get to the final point that we pull back, but hopefully this time we can do it. But this has been my stance over the years, and I don't feel like putting any negative energy out there. But one thing I'm saying is this is a vacant opportunity for anyone. It's not just a big cool Sarkodie. Even if you are here, you have the leadership skills to be able to bring people together, organize stuff, do all these things. It's bigger than somebody's personality or how somebody is or how somebody speaks, because it's way bigger than that. It's a whole ecosystem. Sarkodie, if Ghana doesn't survive, my legacy is not safe. So I can go and achieve things for myself and go to the BET and do the Grammy. It will be forgotten. I swear to God, like it will be. There was a post on the BET page talking about the first Afrobeat artist to sell out the Apollo. They forgot Sarkodie did it. And they put Burna Boy. But it's not their fault. Because of how our industry is here in Ghana, we are not up there putting our narrative out there. I can do it personally as my PR, whatever, but it's beyond that. It's way bigger. All the artists in Nigeria are thriving because the big three and the whole industry is thriving.
You know, let me put on my journalist cap because you talk about putting you out there. And my colleague journalists are here. I have seen many journalists complain about how you artists don't appreciate them enough. When you're traveling, you don't travel with the journalists. You go on your own, then you send us pictures to post for you. We too, we deserve to sit in the plane and go with you, right? But you don't. But these other people put all of those infrastructures in place to make sure that, you know, the stories are getting out there as they are happening. Do you have plans in that regard to let them, you know, carry them with you?
Yeah, so we do. Personally, artists can pick PR people and take them there. That is what you're doing personally. Stoneboy does a great work. I do that as well. You can go with people to put your narrative out there. That's different. That's your personal business. What I'm talking about goes beyond what you're doing personally. I've been there, done that. I've seen that I was creating legacy for myself, but I was missing out on putting Ghana out there. And I realized it wasn't because Sarkodie has to do anything right. It's way bigger. That's the point I'm trying to make. So we have other people that go out there, out of their way. I'm talking about the promoters, the investors. I don't want to mention him, but I met one guy, one big man who owns a big company here in Ghana, who's a Nigerian, met me at a suit shop. And I went to him, Baba, my name is Sarkodie. Oh, I remember you. We booked you for a show. How is everything going? How's Ghana? You know, I had to support Wizkid, you know, because I think he's doing amazing. So I put down, I don't want to mention the number. It's insane, right? I'm not saying everybody has to do that. But his thought process is different because the business he's doing, he knows that the ecosystem around it will still support him as his business. So when you see it like that, even from a media perspective, if that's how you see it, Sarkodie calling me, yes, that would be a plus for me. But me personally, it's my agenda to push this country. That's all I'm going to do. If I don't have the money, yes, but this is what I want to do. DJ Brantier was doing it for us. We have Adishope from Nigeria who does that. Nobody necessarily calls. So when I do shows, he's the first person who is there to cover the show and put it out there, to change the narrative of what people think about Ghana. So all I'm saying is the blame game, we can't do that. I'll take part. What you just said is true. Sarkodie, artists might be doing something. Same thing with the media. We are all not perfect. But let's look at the bigger picture. Even if you narrowed it down to Kumasi, your top priority should be your people. If you do that, I think